Hello, my name is Roskis, and just to preface all of this, I just wanted to say that I'm not really a YouTuber or a content creator, and I don't plan to be. But I did just want to go over some of the artifacts that Xiao can use with Zhang and some of the weapons that Diluc can use with Zhang when you're trying to do punch. I kind of just wanted to showcase the changes that both of them go through. So I'm going to be starting with Vermilion hereafter. Here's my stats. And here we go.
Let the world collide! Truth keeps its course. Too late for regrets. Yeah, got him! Bright cloud converge! Disappear! Worthless! Worthless!
I'm mostly going to let the stats and numbers speak for themselves. I did run a few tests, but I'm mostly going to use the results of the final plunge numbers as the basis for my arguments. And here I'm just using, I switched over to my Wanderer's Desert Deployment set.
Dare to mess with me, ears of the storm! Make way for the... Useless! We'll conquer it!
I should note that I can start with Charge Attack to make Xiao's E hit a little bit harder. And I also note that my Wanderer's CV value is 10 under my Vermilion Hereafter, and the attack percent rolls are 22% lower. But you saw that the damage was much higher. Much, much higher. And then I'm going to do Crimson Witch of Flames for the meme. What is it a meme?
Strike a pose! Time to shine! I'm going in! Yeah, got him! Bright cloud converge!
You can see that Crimson Witch of Flames even made a joke of Vermilion Hereafter. Not better than Desert Pavilion, though. And it does lock into Bennett. And the only change here is that I'm using Zhang Yun with Veritas and Fenrir.
With my name, echoing song! Everybody stand back! Yeah. Bright cloud converge! Useless!
If you're wondering why I'm still using Xiao Z, it's because Crimson Witch of Flames still needs you to use your skill to stack up its passive. It's still useful to cast. If you're wondering why I'm using Black Cliff first, it is my baby. I love it. Statistically speaking, it actually does do more damage than even Serpent Spine in most scenarios, and I don't have to worry about Serpent Spine's passive.
With my name, echoing song! Teamwork is dreamwork! Yeah. Skyward! Make way for the...
Every time I'm using a skill, I'm just making sure I keep cruising when it's stacked. I know I'm not doing a really good dash cancel or anything, but it doesn't matter. And he kills him with a plunge 3 damage plus Farina's damage before I get that last plunge damage, but it's okay. You still see the other numbers. Yeah, Serpent Spine, and we let it stack beforehand. I show you my attributes so you have a pretty good idea of where I'm at. There did have to be a gear change for switching between Blackcliff and Serpent Spine.
Time to shine! Going in! Got him! Bright cloud converge!
Dawn, break forth!
Oh, okay. Freaking cucked by his arm coming out that time. But the first number's good enough. You get an idea. Here's Malthar, a good free-to-play choice if you happen to have it. I did decide to eat crit food, the 20% one for this, only so that I would get consistent critical attacks, so you can actually tell what kind of damage it is. The damage of that is somewhere between 87 and 97k. I actually had to do this multiple times, because even with the crit food and my crit rate actually being quite high, I still didn't crit a lot of times. For some strange reason. And so you can have a general idea of that number. If you're wondering why I'm fighting the mechanical ray, it's because it doesn't move a lot, it doesn't generally have weird resistances, and it tends to have pretty high HP. So I don't have to worry about variance too much. And this is just last run with Bennett on Instructor. In case you don't feel like or can't think you can manage with your pain to hit Viridus Venerum on Jianyin, you can always just go Instructor Bennett and Noblesse Jianyin and get similar numbers. As you see, the plunge is still really high. The burst wasn't as high, but everything else is.